Game Day Media broadcast is brought to you by NCC, Tioga Medical Center, The Country Store, St. Luke's Medical Center, O'Theone Boutique, Souris Valley Dental Group of Minot, Hoagland Insurance Services, D&L Paraffin, Brad Johnson Insurance, Bravera Bank, Continental Resources, Northwest Therapy Services, Nesset Consulting Service, Roustabout Service and Insulating, DA Land, LLC, Tioga Ace Hardware, Border Plains Equipment of Stanley, The Bank of Tioga, Tioga Parts Supply, Tegan's Interiors, Tioga Drug and Soda Shop, Prairie Home Furnishings, Farmers Union Insurance, Larson Vossen Agency, Montreal County Health Center, Brandy Larson Insurance Agency, Kyle Hansen, Financial Advisor, Border Mobile Grain Cleaning, Wham LLC and Dry Fork Supply, Liberty State Bank of Powers Lake, Crosby Chiropractic, The City of Ray, Lindsay Grocery, Northern Charm Boutique, Montreal Williams Electric Cooperative, Burke Divide Electric Cooperative, Mirex Petroleum Corporation, Powers Lake Athletic Booster Club, Faith Baptist Church of Kenmare, Ray Farmers Union Elevator, Gustafson Septic Service Incorporated, Tioga Pirates Booster Club, The Depot LLC, Big Memo Laser, TNT Measurements Incorporated, The Food Barn, Busy Bees Hot Oil Incorporated, Sund Manufacturing, RTC Networks, Flag Family Media.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by the authority of GameDay Media, LLP, and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without express written consent by GameDay Media, LLP.
And here we go again. It's time for the winter season here on GameDay Media. First game in the docket tonight, featuring Region 3, Region 4 girls basketball action this evening. It'll be the Stanley Blue Jays, the home team on the scoreboard this evening. And their opponent tonight out of Region number 4 will be the Killdeer Cowboys. Welcome into our broadcast. Pop up some popcorn, sit back and relax. Enjoy the game tonight here from Stanley, North Dakota, here on GameDay Media. My name is Randy Peterson. Alongside my production crew this evening, James Myers running our board tonight, Owen Miller running our cameras tonight, giving you all the action here this evening here from GameDay Media. We're watching here on the Border Plains Equipment pregame show, high atop of the Blue Jays Tioga Medical Center sports desk. And when we come back, it'll be time for the Coach's Comments, sponsored by Continental Resources of Tioga, North Dakota. First up on the docket tonight will be the Killdeer Cowboys head coach, Danny Hassik, when we come back after a few words from some of our great Game Day Media sponsors.
Hey, Dad, will you check the cows?
Use this instead, Grandpa. The cows look fine, Dad.
In my day, we had to sleep in the barn to check the cows.
Combining tradition and technology, respecting the past while embracing the future. RTC Networks.
This Game Day Media broadcast is brought to you by
Hungry? Head to the Food Barn in Powers Lake. Open Monday through Saturday with daily lunch specials, a full breakfast menu, and don't miss Taco Tuesday on the last Tuesday of every month. Try Michael's Alfredo Pasta. It's a local favorite. Come on down to the Food Barn, where good food meets great company. Big Memo Laser of Killdeer, North Dakota offers custom and personalized laser engraving for any occasion and on any surface. No order is too small. Visit us on Facebook, Instagram, and Etsy. That's Big Memo Laser of Killdeer, North Dakota.
Growing family? The City of Ray has shovel-ready lots available, 12,000 to 20,000 square feet. The lots are free of any special assessments. Right on Highway 2, we offer convenient travel and connections, as well as access to our amazing education system. Your family's future is important to us. Let us help you with that first big step. Contact Rhonda at 701-568-2204 or stop by City Hall at 101 Main Street in Ray. Think of Ray when planning your future. Invest in a community that invests in you.
Kyle Hansen is proud to be a thrivent financial professional, providing personalized financial guidance to people of all stages of life. Thrivent believes humanity thrives when individuals make the most of what they've been given, and Kyle is here to help you do just that. Larson Boston Agency, your Farmers Union insurance agents located at 106 Main Street North in Crosby, North Dakota, offer multiple lines of insurance, including crop, farm and ranch, home, auto, commercial, and health insurance. Give Chell or Robbie a call today at 701-965-6335.
Sund Manufacturing is hiring exceptional welders, carpenters, assembly technicians, and coating technicians. If you're right for Sund, Sund is right for you. Since 1939, we've been making quality equipment and parts for the oil field and beyond. We're world-class, family-owned, and all-American. And as our business grows, we need to grow our team in Newburgh, North Dakota. Sund Manufacturing offers great pay, great benefits, and a great community to raise a family. Apply today.
While being the largest leaseholder in the Bakken, Continental Resources believes that we are among the most efficient and cost-effective producers of oil and natural gas on the planet. One of the most effective ways of putting action behind our values is by giving to those communities in which we operate. American Energy is a huge contributor of tax revenue to local, state, and federal governments, an economic catalyst, and a job creator. If you want to work in an environment that encourages teamwork and putting your ideas into action, visit CLR.com to start your new career today.
And welcome back to the Tioga Medical Center Sports Desk and into our Continental Resources coaches' comments here on the Border Plains Equipment pregame show. I've been able to catch up with head coach Danny Hassik of the Killdeer Cowboys to talk with me about their upcoming game this evening with the Stanley Blue Jays in this Region 3, Region 4 matchup. And first of all, Coach, welcome into GameDay Media.
Well, thank you for having me.
As we look at your team roster, Coach, you have a number of juniors with only one senior on this team, a couple sophomores, and you throw in one freshman. You got a younger team this year, Coach.
Yeah, we did lose, two big seniors last year. But, at the same time, we were able to have a lot of these younger girls step in and give us a lot of good quality minutes. So we are a little bit younger on paper, but a lot of our girls, saw a lot of court time, and we feel like they're kind of ready to go this year.
And as we look at how the preseason went, what is your overall take on how the conditioning, the practices have gone getting ready for tonight's game?
Yeah, I really feel like our preseason practices were really well. It's kind of hard when, you start for a week, then you have a break for a holiday. But I felt like every practice that we had in the gym, the girls came ready to work and we improved. And, we kind of have had them kind of conditioning and lifting on their own, just so we can have a little bit more practice time for skills and things like that. But I feel like our coaching staff we're sitting in a really good position right now.
So what do you know about the Stanley Blue Jays?
Obviously it's really hard to kind of scout a team for the first game of the season, but, we know that they lost, 3 good players last year. So they're going to have some young kids as well that are going to step into some roles that maybe they're not familiar with on the varsity level. They have height. They have a lot of good youth. So we're excited to kind of see how we match up for this first game.
Final question, Coach. Your perspective on the outlook for the Cowboys this year as you try to improve on your overall record from a year ago. Take on how your team looks this year.
I feel like we had a lot of kids during the summer that put a lot of time in, skill-wise, and they lifted and worked out on their own and ran a lot, and obviously involved in other sports. So as a coach with a small number, we have 17 girls out right now. A person has to try to be optimistic as much as you can. I feel like our kids were really ready to come into the season, and, we're really excited to kind of see how we can build with our younger team and, basically get us ready for the next year as well. So, we're pretty excited. Like I mentioned, we have a small number of kids out, but at the same time, it's been a really positive, good gym so far. And we're just really hoping to build on that.
Well, thanks for the time, Coach. You've been listening to head coach Danny Hassik of the Killdeer Cowboys here on our Continental Resources Coaches Comments. We'll be back with more of the Border Plains Equipment pregame show with head coach Heath Hzel of the Stanley Blue Jays when we come back to the Tioga Medical Center Sports Desk after a few words from some of our dedicated sponsors.
This Game Day Media broadcast is brought to you by TNT Measurements Incorporated, providing oil and gas allocation meter proving, calibrations, and production facility lack provings. To schedule your proving, contact Derek Thompson at 701-421-1351.
Located in Stanley, North Dakota, the mission of Montreal County Medical Center is to provide quality health care services to Montreal County and the surrounding area, and have done so since 1960. We are proud to be a part of Stanley's integrated healthcare system that includes our critical access hospital, nursing home, assisted living apartments, independent living apartments, and an aquatic center. To schedule an appointment with our great providers, call us at 701-628-2505 or find us on our website at stanleyhealth.org. Montreal County Medical Center, here to help you throughout a lifetime.
This Game Day Media broadcast is brought to you by TNT Measurements Incorporated, providing oil and gas allocation meter proving, calibrations, and production facility lack provings. To schedule your proving, contact Derek Thompson at 701-421-1351. D&L Paraffin Incorporated is a local family-owned hot oil company that has been in operation since 1981. We work hard to develop good business relationships with the oilfield companies in the Tioga area. While offering services north of Lake Sakakawea, we focus on integrity, hard work, and safety. For all hot oil services, call dispatch at 701-641-3065 or 701-641-6310. And for hiring information, be sure to follow us on Facebook at DL Paraffin. Located in Crosby, North Dakota, Brad Johnson Insurance has been helping clients find insurance coverage since 1986. Our team is passionate about serving the community in which we live and pride ourselves on getting to know our clients to best serve their needs. Our staff is active in the public and strives to better our community through participation, involvement, and by supporting area events and youth programs. For a quote, visit bradjohnsoninsurance.com or call 701-965-4200 today. Based in Williston, North Dakota, Busy Bees Hot Oil Incorporated is a veteran-owned and managed company. Busy Bees services include water hauling, hot oil services, cap string flushes, and much more. Busy Bees will approach any job, no matter how large or small, with 100% safety and commitment. We pride ourselves on giving back to the community that has given so much to us. Looking for the perfect career? Consider Busy Bees Hot Oil Incorporated. Find them at busybeeshotoilinc.com or give them a call at 701-572-9303 today.
As we come back into the Tioga Medical Center Sports Desk and to our Continental Resources Coaches Comments here on the Border Plains Equipment pregame show, been able to catch up with head coach Heath Hzel of the Stanley Blue Jays to talk with me about their upcoming game this evening against the Killdeer Cowboys. And first of all, Coach Hzel, thanks for taking time to visit with us here today on Game Day Media.
You bet, Randy, and thanks for taking time to interview us, and we appreciate everything that Game Day Media does.
Thank you so much. As you have prepared for the opening game tonight against the Killdeer Cowboys, tell me how your preseason has gone, Coach.
Yeah, so it's been a fun start to our season. You know, as always, we're always excited to get rolling in the gym and see what we have to work with for the upcoming year. And this year we're we struggled a little bit because first week of practice, we had a snowstorm that canceled two of our practices, and then of course you throw in Thanksgiving the following week, and so then the kids are off try to give them 2-3 days off for Thanksgiving, and so we're we're still, fact is tonight, last night was our practice, and hopefully we're still going to be a little short with some girls with practices, with the 9 practices. So, but we'll nonetheless we'll enter in that first game against Killdeer with some girls that are ready to roll. So we did have a scrimmage early on that first Saturday. We had a scrimmage against Powers Lake. They came down to Stanley, which was kind of neat to have an old Class B friend of ours showing up in our gym. So we kind of missed them last year, of course, and so this year we got to get them in for a scrimmage anyway, and they enjoyed it. And boy, we had a good time. We had a JV game and a varsity game, and man, we had a lot of fans actually that came from Powers Lake and from Stanley that came to watch the game. So that was pretty exciting for the girls too to get their first glimpse on the floor against another opponent. So yeah, we're pretty excited, and it's interesting how girls basketball seems to be across the state and even across the nation of numbers wise for especially girls basketball. Boys basketball doesn't quite seem to be like that, but girls basketball does, and a lot of programs are dealing with lower than normal numbers. But like I told my coaches early on, and we talked about it, it's not about the quantity, it's about the quality. And so really coaching up whatever girls we have on the team, and we're looking forward to an exciting season.
And as you're talking about numbers, as you look at your roster, you have only 2 seniors that are listed on the roster for the Blue Jays. So you're going to depend upon a lot of underclassmen to fill those varsity spots. And despite being young, a lot of them have a lot of varsity experience coming off of last year, Coach.
Yeah, we are going to be a youthful team this year, but like you said, we do have some good experience on the varsity level. With I'll be starting 2 freshmen and a sophomore will be 3 of my starters, and I only have one of my seniors will be starting, and along with one of my juniors, and so yeah. But my two freshmen seen lots of playing time last year as 8th graders, so looking forward to seeing them do some really good things this year, and the girls, building some role players off the bench, and continue to work with our girls. We can't really call them younger girls because, like I said, we have 2 freshmen starting. So the rest of the girls that are still coming along and role playing and such, that will be seeing some C squad and B squad time coming up this year, and developing them into those players for future varsity spots, hopefully.
Well, thanks for the time, Coach. You've been listening to head coach Heath Hzel of the Stanley Blue Jays here on our Continental Resources Coach's Comments. We'll be back with more of our Border Plains Equipment pregame show, and when we come back to the Tioga Medical Center Sports Desk, we'll take a look around the area to see other action that's going on in our Northwest North Dakota. Back after this timeout and a word from our great sponsors.
At Tioga Ace Hardware, our store is a member of the largest retailer-owned hardware cooperative in the industry. We are all committed to being the helpful place by offering our customers knowledgeable advice, helpful service, and quality products. As the helpful hardware folks in your community, we promise that helping you is the most important thing we have to do today. Shop the biggest brands all under one roof at 119 North Main Street in Tioga, or shop online at acehardware.com. At Border Plains Equipment of Stanley, your local Case IH dealer, our vision is to be the respected and recognized leader in agricultural equipment and the employer of choice by helping people succeed. Our mission is to serve agricultural customers and communities by partnering to meet their needs through the sales and support of farm equipment and technology. Visit plainsag.com to check local inventory or stop by at 8141 off Highway 2 in Stanley, your local Case IH dealer.
As we come back here to the gymnasium, the home of the Blue Jays tonight, here in Stanley, North Dakota. Again, this is GameDay Media, and glad you've joined us tonight. Opening game of the winter season here on GameDay Media. We want to welcome in our listeners on KTGO 1090 AM and 92.7 FM. Make sure you download that free KTGO mobile app, your source for conservative talk show radio. That's KTGO 1090 AM and 92.7 FM. And as we look at our officials tonight, maybe our cameraman can go over to our officials. We'll name them off and zoom in on the officials tonight. It'll be Drew Floggen, our head referee tonight. He's in the middle there. Kevin Schneider on the right side, and Kyle Hennigs on the left side with his back to us right now. But there are the officials here for this Class A contest tonight. Out of Region 3, the Stanley Blue Jays, and out of Region 4, the Killdeer Cowboys. A lot of action going on tonight around the area. And as we pull that up tonight, Kenmare Bowbells traveling over to Minot tonight to take on the preseason favorite, the South Prairie Max Royals, tonight in a matchup down in Minot. Divide County is hosting the Mohall Lansford Sherwood Mavericks tonight, and over in Powers Lake at the barn, it's the Ranchers from Powers Lake Burke Central hosting the Sioux out of West Hope Newburgh. Also over in Trenton tonight, the Alexander Comets are traveling over to take on the Tigers over in Trenton this evening. So a lot of action going on around the area tonight. It's kind of a fun time to begin. There's a lot of anticipation for the opening game for both teams here tonight between the Killdeer Cowboys and the Stanley Blue Jays, and the coaches are ready to go. Stanley Blue Jays coming off of a record of 4-18 off of a year ago, trying to improve on that as Heath Hzel, in his 5th year as the head coach, mentors the Stanley Blue Jays. And last year, the Killdeer Cowboys, under 4th year head coach Danny Hassik, completed the 2023-24 season with a 9-13 record. Just a little bit of information: Coach Hassik played for Williston State College as she graduated from high school under her head coach Tom Selsley, Teton head coach, and so we're looking forward to our game here this evening. We're going to send it back to our studio one more time, and when we come back, it'll be time for our national anthem as well as our country store starting lineups as we come back. You're watching GameDay Media.
Based in Crosby, North Dakota, St. Luke's Medical Center's mission is to provide comprehensive and compassionate health care for individuals and families in cooperation with the area medical community. Our vision is to be recognized as a community leader by delivering quality health care through a team of dedicated professionals in a friendly, compassionate, and growing environment. Recently named one of the top 20 critical access hospitals in the country means our community can count on us to deliver services they need now and in the future. To schedule an appointment, call 701-965-6349. At Prairie Home Furnishings of Stanley, featuring some of the best brands in the industry, such as Ashley, Lazy Boy, and Shaw Flooring, we have something for every room in your home. From furniture to flooring, outdoor living, mattresses, and decor, we truly have everything your home deserves. Shop our everyday low prices locally in store Monday through Friday, 9 to 5:30, and Saturdays from 9 to 4, or shop online anytime at shopphf.com. For all things home, be sure to also follow us on Facebook.
And as we come back, we're about ready to go with our country store starting lineups this evening. Again, you're watching GameDay Media. Class A first game for both teams, the Stanley Blue Jays, here at their home court in Stanley, North Dakota, along with our visiting team on the scoreboard tonight, the Killdeer Cowboys. Heath Hzel, the head coach for the Stanley Blue Jays, in his 5th year as the head coach for the Blue Jays, trying to improve on their record of a year ago. 4-18 last year in their first year in the Division A ranks. And the Killdeer Cowboys coming in with a record of 9-13 in last year's campaign. They're out of Region 4. They're coached up by 4th year head coach Danny Hassik. And as we turn it over to our PA announcer this evening,
Hello, basketball fans, and welcome back to the court. Tonight's matchup is between the Killdeer Cowboys and repping your home team, the Stanley Blue Jays. If you would please rise, remove all headgear for the singing of our national anthem by senior Rhiannon Freeman.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light that so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
That's Rihanna Freeman with the singing of our national anthem tonight.
That awesome anthem.
Student here at Stanley High School. And we
Now
continue on
starting
with our
lineups.
country
Let's
store
meet
starting
the
lineups.
visitors
We'll
on
take
the
it away
scoreboard,
to
the
Nick, our PA
Cowboys.
announcer.
A junior wearing number 3, Brooke Pajorley. A junior wearing number 5, Taylor Anderson. A senior wearing number 10, Abby Harderson. A junior wearing 11, Michaelin Walker. And a junior wearing number 23, Morgan Smith. The Cowboys are coached by Danny Hassik and assisted by Nick Walker.
That's the introduction of the Killdeer Cowboys here on our country store starting lineups located in Powers Lake, North Dakota. Right there on Main Street. Stop by and see Jarrett and
make
Brenda
some
Van
noise
Berkom
for the
at the country
home
store.
team, the Stanley Blue Jays. A freshman wearing number 1, Taya Nimatello. A senior wearing number 3, Harley Datine. A junior wearing number 12, CJ Bombach. A sophomore wearing 15, Annie Royce. And a freshman wearing 22, Brinley Larson. Your Stanley Blue Jays are coached by Heath Hzel and assisted by Jennifer Nesset and Michelle Davis. Tonight's officials are Drew Flaggen, Kyle Hennix, and Kevin Schneider.
Thank you, Nick, our PA announcer here at the home of the Blue Jays in Stanley, North Dakota with our country store starting lineups. You can see those starters again. The country store located in Powers Lake, North Dakota. If they don't have it, you probably don't need it up at Powers Lake at the country store. The Blue Jays wearing their white uniforms tonight. The Killdeer Cowboys are wearing their black uniforms with orange trim. Drew Flaggen, our lead official, blows the whistle, and we are underway as the opening tip on our Northwest Therapy Services opening tip-off goes to the Stanley Blue Jays. The team gives the ball up to Larson. Larson now kicks it back out as CJ Bombach will start the offense for the Blue Jays. Down low, Larson with it. The team throws up a little hook shot off the backboard, and it's no good. And here come the Cowboys into the front court. They give the ball up to Walker. Now inside to Smith. The 6-footer goes into the paint. Now kicking it back out to Taylor Anderson for 3. That is no good. Ball is on the court. Rebound there by the Cowboys on the offensive rebound. Now they kick the ball back out to number 11, Walker, and Walker is unsuccessful on that 2-point field goal attempt. So 2 shots on the board for the Cowboys, still with a goose egg as both teams still finding their first point of the season here tonight. Again, my name's Randy Peterson. Welcome into our broadcast tonight here on Game Day Media as Brinley Larson looks inside, goes to Datine with a kick out to Royce. Royce pulls the trigger. That's no good, just beyond the arc. And the rebound comes away to the Killdeer Cowboys as they push the ball up It's Walker with a deep three. That's no good. Rebound there on the board by Harderson, the lone senior on the team for the Killdeer Cowboys. Now they kick it out to Anderson. Here is Bajorley. Bajorley with the drive, and as she goes, it'll be a 2-shot shooting foul. And the foul is going to be whistled against number 3, Harley Deteen, with her first foul of the year. And it'll be a 2-shot shooting foul for Brooke Bajorley, a junior. Stands 5'5" from the Souris Valley Dental Group charity stripe. First one's off the mark. That's no good. She was in the act of shooting, so she'll get a second free throw. And the second one goes up high off the board and off the rim and falls through for the first point of the season, coming at the 6:38 mark of the first quarter. Cowboys on top on your NCC scoreboard, 1-0, just underway here in this first quarter. Opening game for both teams here of the 2024-2025 campaign. Kick out on the right side to Annie Royce. Royce finds Larson at the top of the key. Larson is a freshman, and now here is a turnover by the Blue Jays, giving the ball up to the Cowboys. Welcome in our viewers from down at the Killdeer area here on Game Day Media. Welcome you. There's a block. Good block. And now here come the Blue Jays. Blue Jays are fighting for it. CJ Bombeck ends up with it. Drives left side, puts a shot up. It's no good. Gets her own rebound. Now Bombeck pulls the trigger from 3. That's no good. Long rebound comes out. It's going to be going out of bounds. And it's going to be last touch by the Stanley Blue Jays. 5:43 remaining here in the first quarter. As we're just underway here. As the Cowboys, a little bit of trouble there as Deteen put in great pressure in the backcourt. And Harley Deteen, a senior standing 5'3", in the face of Taylor Anderson on that out-of-bounds play. Fortunate the Cowboys get it back. Here comes Anderson. Pass inside to Walker. Walker has her pockets picked by Deteen. And then there is a turnover as Harley Deteen just got a little bit foot happy and couldn't control her momentum. Caused her to do the travel as Ophelia Hollingwolf is checking in for the Killdeer Cowboys at the 5:29 mark of the first quarter. Anderson now out to Hollingwolf right away, pulls the trigger. That's no good. Here comes the Blue Jays as Bombeck into the front court from the right elbow. That's no good as well. Pass up front to Anderson. Anderson with the left hand off the back glass and puts it down 4-2. 3-0 as the Cowboys out on top with 5 minutes to go here in the opening quarter. Taya Nematello gives the ball up to CJ Bombeck. Bombeck at the top of the key, goes right side to Royce. Royce looking inside, now finds the teen at the top of the key. The southpaw throws it up from 3. That one's no good. And going to have a jump ball. And the possession arrow will favor the Killdeer Cowboys. So with 4:40 to go here in quarter number 1. The Cowboys have the possession. Little backcourt pressure put on by the Blue Jays. Entry pass in to Smith. Smith's shot is no good. Rebound picked up there by the Cowboys. Now here's an interception as the team pulls up and steals the ball. CJ Bombeck pulls the trigger from deep 3. That one's no good. And the rebound taken away by number 3, Brooke Pajorley. 3-0 on your NCC scoreboard. Here's Anderson getting double teamed. And we're going to have a foul called. It's going to go against number 3, Harley Deteen. That's her second personal. And right off the bat, here comes number 11, McKellen Walker, into the game again. She started the game, now enters the game again. 4:04 remaining as Taylor Anderson gives the ball over to Walker. Now they go over to number 10. That is Hardison, and Hardison with the shot, and there's a timeout on the floor. We'll take one as well. Your NCC score. It's the Cowboys 5, the Stanley Blue Jays 0.
This Game Day Media broadcast is brought to you in part by Tegan's Interiors, located on Main Street in Crosby, North Dakota. Follow them on Facebook or find them online at tegansinteriors.com.
Gustafson Septic Service Incorporated, family owned and operated since 1986. Offering septic service, portable restrooms and hand wash, sewer jet and camera services. Located in Stanley, North Dakota, call for a free quote at 701-628-2960.
As we come out of the St. Luke's Medical Center timeout, it'll be Stanley Blue Jays basketball. They're still trying to find their first point of the season. Just under 4 minutes to go here in the first quarter. NCC score. It is the Cowboys from Killdeer 5, the Blue Jays 0. Nematello drives into the front court, then it's called for the travel. Turnover number 3 against the Blue Jays. Very youthful Blue Jay team for head coach Heath Hzel. 3:45 to go here in the quarter. Push out to McKellen. Walker. Walker puts up the shot, no good. Offensive rebound is tied up. And this time the possession arrow goes over to the Stanley Blue Jays. 3:37 to go. My name's Randy Peterson alongside James Myers and Owen Miller tonight. Here from the home of the Blue Jays in Stanley, North Dakota. C.J. Bomback comes into the front court. Goes right side to Annie Royce. Down low to Nematello, mishandled it, comes up with the shot, no good. Gets her own rebound, and then loses the handle on it. Here comes Taylor Anderson, and Anderson on the block. It'll be a shooting foul called against C.J. Bomback. As Bomback will go to the charity stripe. Souris Valley Dental Group service line, charity stripe. It'll be Taylor Anderson, a junior, looking for her third point of the night as she's off the front iron on the first free throw attempt. 5-0 with 3:18 to go. The Cowboys with the lead here in this first game between both teams. Cowboys out of Region 4, the Blue Jays out of Region 5 in Class A Division A girls basketball. 6-0 on your NCC scoreboard. Down low, good go. There's a good give and go. C.J. Bomback. If you look at our RTC Network's instant replay, it'll stay with the Cowboys. It'll be Hardison, the lone senior on the team, triggering the inbounds pass for the Cowboys. They get it into Howling Wolf. Right side, they go to Pajorley. Now entry pass to McKellen. Walker, and there's a block by Brinley Larson. Brinley Larson is a 5'10" freshman for the Blue Jays. Good defense there. Now here's the ball off the arms and the leg of the Stanley Blue Jays for a turnover. 6-2. As the Blue Jays turn the ball over on their fourth turnover of the game so far. C.J. Bomback, the only scorer for the Blue Jays here in the first quarter. Hardison with the dribble, crosses the midcourt stripe, comes into the front court, goes to Walker. Walker pulls the trigger from 3, that's good. McKellen Walker with a three-pointer. Deep three-pointer, puts it off the glass and through. Down low on the give and go. It's 9-2 as the ball stays with the Blue Jays. It'll be Datine triggering an inbounds pass for Stanley. Interior pass to Royce. Royce puts it up, no good, gets her own rebound, kicks it out to Larson. Larson pulls the trigger, and Larson puts it down for her first bucket of the night. Cuts the lead to 5 for the Cowboys at 9-4. Here's Walker in the backcourt still. Now crosses the midcourt stripe, goes over to Hollingwolf. Hollingwolf goes inside. Nice pass into Morgan Smith, and Smith puts it down for an easy layup. Here's Larson again, and Larson puts it down for her 2-point bucket. It's 11-6. Hollingwolf loses the handle on it. Turnover number 2 for the Cowboys. 2-on-1. Here's Niematello. Niematello with the basket for the Blue Jays. And with that, we have a timeout on the floor. We'll take one as well. It's the St. Luke's Medical Center timeout. Your NCC score. It's the Cowboys 11, the Blue Jays 8. We'll send it back to our Tioga Medical Center sports desk.
Tioga Medical Center has been providing quality health care to Northwest North Dakota patients. With a newly built clinic in Tioga, where primary care providers along with visiting specialists are caring for patients every day. Primary care clinics in Ray and Powers Lake also. Call for an appointment today at 701-664-3368. Tioga Medical Center. Great staff making a difference in the lives of patients every day.
As we come out of the St. Luke's Medical Center timeout, 1:18 to go here in the first quarter. The Blue Jays have cut the lead down to 3 at 11-8. And out of the timeout, the Cowboys will inbound the basketball under backcourt pressure. Blue Jays kind of forgot to play defense. Back out to Anderson. She pulls the trigger from 3. That's off the back iron. No good. Larson there for the rebound. Up front, here's Harley Deteen. Deteen goes to the left corner, puts up the shot off the glass. It's no good. As Hardison comes down with the rebound. Here's Walker pushing the ball up to Anderson. Left all alone off the glass and puts it down for another bucket for Taylor Anderson. Anderson now with 5 points for the Blue Jays. CJ Bomback's trying to answer with a three-pointer. That's no good. And here come the Cowboys again. Anderson leading the way up to McKellen Walker. Walker loses a handle on it. It's going to be tied up. And the possession arrow will go over to the Stanley Blue Jays. (13-8) on your NCC scoreboard. Ball inbound to Brindley Larson, and Brindley, as a freshman, has 6 of the 10 points for the Stanley Blue Jays. And there is a travel, so the pressure put on in the backcourt by the Stanley Blue Jays causes a turnover with under 10 seconds to go. 13-10. Niematello will trigger the inbounds pass underneath her own basket. Finds C.J. Bomback with the trigger. That's no good from 3. Rebound by Royce. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Cowboys with 3.4 seconds remaining here in the opening quarter of this 2024-2025 season of girls basketball. Niematello goes to Larson. Good play out of bounds. Larson gets the roll. Brindley Larson at the buzzer as cuts the lead to 1. Your score at the end of the first quarter, 13-12. The Cowboys lead by 1. We'll step aside. We'll come back after this timeout.
At Souris Valley Dental Group, we've been using modern treatment techniques and products to help families smile since 1968. Voted as the #1 dentist in Minot, our team of expert dentists combine their unique areas of expertise and their experiences to create treatment plans that help each individual patient meet their goals. Contact our dental office at 701-419-8900 or visit sourisvalleydental.com to schedule an appointment today. You can count on us to keep your family grinning from ear to ear for many years to come.
As we begin the Northwest Therapy Services second quarter. Very tight ball game here in the opening game for both teams. The Cowboys lead by 1, 13-12, as Hollingwolf drives into the paint, puts it off the glass, and comes away empty. Chance for the Blue Jays to take the lead. as Tylee Johnson into the game for head coach Heath Hzel. Ball given up to Nematello. Top of the key three is no good. The rebound cleared by the Cowboys. Pass up front to Harderson. Abby gives the ball up, and now we're going to have a foul as Brooke Pajorley hits the deck. Drives to the paint, and it'll be a blocking foul that's called against Taya Nematello. As Pajorley will be going to the free throw line to shoot 2 free throws from the Souris Valley Dental Group free throw line. The first one's up, rattles rim, bounces out. 13-12. Again, my name's Randy Peterson, alongside James Myers and Owen Miller here this evening from the home of the Blue Jays in Stanley. 13-12. As the second free throw is off, no good. Rebound pulled away. Here comes Nematello. Nematello pulls the trigger, good. Kayla Nematello puts it down for a bucket. Has the Blue Jays take the lead by 1. They've battled back. Here's Harderson inside to Walker. Walker with a kick out to Pajorley. Pajorley now with a cook out to Hollingwolf. Hollingwolf with it, drives into the paint, puts it off the glass. Too hard, no good. Here come the Blue Jays again. Taya Nematello dribbles to the top of the key, picked up there by Pajorley. Entry pass into the Blue Jays. Blue Jays mishandle it. Turnover number 5 against the Blue Jays. So the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Stanley Blue Jays off the hands of Taya Nematello. As we're going to have another sub, Morgan Smith will check back in, replacing Brooke Pajorley. A lot of juniors on this team. 7, in fact, for the Killdeer Cowboys. Only 1 senior, a couple sophomores, and 1 freshman on the varsity team here for head coach Danny Hassik. Here's a ball. It's intercepted. Now it's going to be right back to Killdeer, and then we're going to have another foul. Foul's going to be whistled by the Stanley Blue Jays, number 2. Lexi Nessett picking up her first personal foul here. That's the second team foul here in the quarter for the Blue Jays. Blue Jays hold the lead by 1, 14-13 on your NCC scoreboard. Entry pass into McKellen Walker. Reverse layup is no good, but we're going to go to the free throw line. The Souris Valley Dental Group free throw line is Kyle Hennix is going to call the foul against number 10, Peyton Leisted. And Walker toes the stripe and puts up the first one. That's good. She's got 4 points on the night. As C.J. Bomback will check in for Taya Nematello. And Brindley Larson checks back in for the Blue Jays. Second one's off the iron, no good, but the rebound pulled away by the Cowboys. And here's McKellen Walker pulling the trigger from 3, deep 3. And it's 17-14 as the Cowboys roar back, take the lead. Tylee Johnson gives it up to Larson. Larson with a kick out to Bomback. Bomback gets a wide open look, no good. Larson puts it up, puts it down, 4-2. 17-16. Look at our RTC Network's instant replay. Back to live action. Shot put up by Hollingwolf was no good. Rebound there by the Cowboys. Another offensive rebound for Killdeer. Entry pass into Smith with a kick out. Here's Harderson with the 3-point effort. That's no good as well. Here come the Blue Jays. Blue Jays got numbers. Good little move there. No good by number 2, Lexi Nessett. And they come away empty on a great little move. Now here's Anderson. Tylee gives it up to Walker again. Walker, same spot. This time comes away empty. That's no good. And there's a rebound. Another offensive rebound for the Cowboys. And we're going to have it's going to be an offensive foul call against number 11. McKellen Walker picks up an offensive foul, the first foul of the night for the 5'11" junior. first team foul here in the quarter. Now here's a turnover. Pass is intercepted, and unable to convert is Abby Harderson. Now up front, here's Brindley Larson with a kick out to Deteen. Harley drives the baseline, goes around a couple defenders, now ends up on the right side of the floor. Gives the ball up to Taya Nimatello. Nimatello inside to Brindley Larson from the paint, off the glass, no good, too hard. And it's going to be tied up. Good pressure there by Harley Deteen, as the ball will stay with the Stanley Blue Jays, and McKellen Walker will check in for Morgan Smith. Now comes number 21, Savannah McCrone, a 5'8" freshman for the Killdeer Cowboys, making her first entrance into the game here tonight. Deteen pulls the trigger, goes out on top to C.J. Bomback. Bomback at the top of the key, fakes, now throws the ball away. Was expecting Brindley Larson to move a little bit more to her right. She stopped, and the ball landed in the hands of the Cowboys. Here's a three-pointer put up by Abigail Harderson, and Harderson rings a bell from the Tioga Ace Hardware three-point line with the three-pointer. 20-16 on your NCC scoreboard. The Cowboys take the lead again. Out top, it's going to be Bomback. Bomback looks at the basket, now puts up the shot that's no good. Deteen with the rebound. Blue Jays getting the shots, just not converting them. Now they give the ball up to Brindley Larson. Larson with the basketball, drives to the baseline, stops, and then loses the handle on the basketball. 8 turnovers for the Blue Jays. Here comes Walker again, out to Pajorley. Back into the game for the Killdeer Cowboys. And then we're going to have a traveling call against Killdeer. Good defensive pressure by the Blue Jays. As the Blue Jays get it back, Lexi Nessett will come out of the game. Nessett, a 5'4" sophomore. As Taya Nimatello comes back in along with Annie Royce for the Stanley Blue Jays. 3 minutes and 10 seconds remaining here in the first half. We'll have our Bank of Tioga halftime report, recapping all the team and individual stats at the end of this first half of play here in this Class A matchup tonight out of Region 3 and Region 4. The Stanley Blue Jays hosting the Killdeer Cowboys. Taya Nimatello's got a good look at three, couldn't convert it. And now here's the ball thrown away, and it'll be a foul that's going to be called against number 5, Taylor Anderson. Anderson picking up her first foul of the night. Second team foul call against the Cowboys here in the second quarter. Inside to Brindley. Brindley puts up the shot that's no good. Ball lands in the hands of Nimatello. And it's going to be a scrum for it, and we're tied up as the possession arrow goes over to the Killdeer Cowboys. Blue Jays getting the shots. Having a hard time finding the basket. Only made 8 field goals here tonight on 24 attempts so far. Now here's a steal by the Blue Jays. Good pass up front to Deteen, and then Deteen drags the right foot and gets whistled for the traveling foul against our lead official tonight, Drew Flogan. As Ophelia Hollingwolf will check back in for head coach Danny Hassik. Cowboys with a 4-point lead, 20-16 on your NCC scoreboard. Backdoor cut by McKellen Walker. Great play. Walker off the glass, right side with a bucket. 22-16 now. Cowboys with a 6-point lead. Now here's a steal. Took it right out of the hands of Nimatello. That's Hollingwolf with the steal. Good defense. Now the pass up front to Anderson. Taylor drives to the block, right side, no good. Ball lands in the hands of Smith, blocked from behind. And here comes Taya Nimatello. Nimatello off the glass and puts it down for 2. 22-18. Now here's a steal by Brindley. Brindley Larson goes in with a little nifty move, puts it off for another field goal for the freshman for Stanley. Cuts the lead down to 2. Larson with 12 points so far here in the first half. The freshman. Now almost a steal. Hauling Wolf gets it back, puts it up with a scoop shot, and then we're going to have a foul. Got bailed out by the Blue Jays on a shooting foul. Foul's going to be whistled against number 12, CJ Bomback. Bomback with her second personal foul, fourth team foul called against the Blue Jays, and it'll be Pajorli going to the free throw line again, looking for her second point of the night. Excuse me, that is Howling Wolf. Howling Wolf finds her first point from the Souris Valley Dental Group free throw line. As a number of substitutions by both teams will come in, as Ophelia, a 5'5" junior, toes the Souris Valley Dental Group free throw line. Second one is up, short, off the iron. She gets her own rebound, though. Poor box out by the Blue Jays. Ball lands in the hands. Left all alone is McKellen Walker. That's no good. There's another rebound. Offensive rebound for the Cowboys. McCrone gives the ball up to Howling Wolf. Howling Wolf drives beyond the arc. Now loses the handle on it. Goes off of her foot and out of bounds. Turnover number 10 against the Killdeer Cowboys as we have 56.6 seconds to go here in the first half. Stay with us for our Bank of Tioga halftime report at the conclusion of this first half of play. 23-20 on your NCC scoreboard. Killdeer Cowboys with a 3-point lead over the Stanley Blue Jays, the home team on the scoreboard here tonight. Tylee Johnson drives, puts up the shot off the glass too hard. Rebound there by Nessett. Nessett gets the ball out. Here is Royce giving the ball back to Nessett. Lexi. As Royce puts it off the glass, no good. There's Johnson with an offensive rebound. Kicks the ball inside to Nematello. And then it's going to be a jump ball. It'll stay with the Stanley Blue Jays on the possession arrow. Just under 22 seconds to go as Morgan Smith will check in for the Cowboys, replacing McCrone. Nematello triggers the inbounds, gets it into Annie Royce off the glass and kisses it off for two. Her first bucket of the night cuts the lead down to 1. Under 15 seconds to go in the half. Harderson finds Taylor Anderson, and Anderson goes to the free throw line on another shooting foul called against Stanley. It'll go against number 2, Lexi Nessett, with 7.9 seconds to go. Taylor Anderson with 8 points on the night so far. Puts up the first one from the charity stripe. It's no good. Brinley Larson will check in for Lexi Nessett. Brinley, big presence tonight with 12 first half points, as the second one is good. There's the ball on the deck, picked up by Taylor Anderson. As the buzzer sounds, your score at the end of the first half of play. It is the Killdeer Cowboys leading by 2, 24-22. We'll step aside. We'll come back with our Bank of Tioga halftime report after a few words from some of our great sponsors. Back after this timeout.
This Game Day Media broadcast is brought to you by
Northern Charm Boutique has a variety of apparel for all ages. We are locally owned and located on Main Street in Powers Lake. Shop in store or check out our website and like our Facebook page.
Napa Tioga Parts Supply, located at 105 North Main Street in Tioga. Visit napaonline.com.
At Haugland Insurance Services, we are passionate about protecting farmers and ranchers. With extensive agricultural knowledge, we have the tools to protect your profit and minimize risk. Whether it's crop and livestock insurance or farm property and liability, we protect your hard-earned assets. We can also assist with farm transitions, commercial insurance, life, health, and disability coverage. You work hard to feed our world, and we work tirelessly to protect what you've grown and built. Call us at 701-965-4066 or visit us online at HauglandInsuranceServices.com.
This Game Day Media broadcast is brought to you by
Established in 1938, Ray Farmers Union Elevator is now your full-service grain and agronomy service facility in northwest North Dakota. Based in Ray, North Dakota, we can assist you with everything from buying the seed in the spring to burn down in the fall. Get more done in a day with Ray Farmers Union Elevator.
Roustabout Service and Insulating, servicing the oil and gas industry since 1963.
The Border Battle High School Basketball Showcase is coming back to the Rough Riders Center in Watford City. And this year, the competition is bigger and badder than ever. Catch over a dozen games with 11 teams from 3 states as they face off in matchups you can't see anywhere else. December 13th and 14th, it's the Border Battle at the Rough Riders Center in Watford City. Find out more at roughriderscenter.com.
As your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative, we wear many hats. We take pride in serving our members and our community by going the extra mile in everything we do. Because we not only work here, we live here.
Brought to you by your local Touchstone Energy Cooperatives.
This Game Day Media broadcast is brought to you in part by
Border Mobile Grain Cleaning, based in Columbus, North Dakota, offers custom on-the-farm grain cleaning for spring wheat, durum, and barley. Contact Ethan Bakken at 701-310-5007 or find him on Facebook at Border Mobile Grain Cleaning.
Since 1952, Liberty State Bank of Powers Lake, North Dakota has been Burke County's only full-service community-owned and chartered bank. We are committed to being the financial backbone of our community. Liberty State Bank, FDI insured.
And as we come back to our Bank of Tioga halftime report, got a good game here from the home of the Blue Jays in Stanley. The Killdeer Cowboys, the visitors on the scoreboard with a 24-22 lead at the end of 2 quarters of play. The Cowboys led 13-12 after 8 minutes. Outscored the Blue Jays 11-10 in the second quarter to take a 2-point lead to the locker room, 24-22. As we look at the numbers, the Blue Jays are 8 out of 23 from the field tonight, 5 out of 12 from the free throw line. They've put down 3 3-pointers this evening so far. They've committed 9 first half turnovers. And as we look at the other side of the scorebook, the Stanley Blue Jays putting up more shots than the Cowboys. They're 11 out of 29 from the field. Have yet to shoot a free throw. Unsuccessful on 3-point attempts. And they've committed 9 turnovers. As we look at the individual numbers, 6 players scoring for the Cowboys. Pretty balanced scoring. Taylor Anderson with 9 points. McKellen Walker also with 9 points. 2 points for Abby Harderson and 2 points for Morgan Smith. Rounding out the scoring with 1 point each is Brooke Pajorley and Ophelia Hollingwolf for a total of 24 first half points this evening. 4 players scoring for the Stanley Blue Jays, led by the freshman 5'10" Brindley Larson. Put down 8 points in the first quarter, added 4 points in the second quarter to end the half with 12 points. 6 points put down by another freshman, Taya Nimatello. And then 2 points added in by C.J. Bomback and Annie Royce for a total of 22 first half points tonight. Foul trouble for the Blue Jays. C.J. Bomback and Harley Deteen and Lexi Nessett all with 2 personal fouls. Nobody else on either side of the scorebook with more than 1 foul besides those 3 players for Stanley. We're going to send it back to our studios, knock out a few of our great commercials by our great sponsors, and when we come back, it'll be time for our Northwest Therapy Services, start of our second half. Back to our Tioga Medical Center sports desk. This has been the Bank of Tioga halftime report.
Founded in 2019, Northwest Therapy Services, located in Ray and Williston, North Dakota, provides speech therapy in our clinics, as well as partnering with local schools and nursing facilities to provide on-site therapeutic services. Our therapists offer language therapy as well as therapy for social, cognitive, communication, swallowing, feeding, and voice disorders. We are dedicated to providing the highest level of quality services. To schedule an appointment, visit nwtherapyservices.com or call 701-568-8255.
This Game Day Media broadcast is brought to you in part by
At DA Land LLC, our vision is to provide for the community in which we live and operate, providing a full line of skid steer attachments, farm and ranch, equine equipment, and much more. Shop our store in Tioga, North Dakota, or visit us online at daland-llc.com.
Otheon Boutique carries a wide variety of women's clothing as well as permanent jewelry. Shop in downtown Tioga or visit their website at shopotheon.com.
Located in Powers Lake, North Dakota, the Country Store has what you need. From hardware to everyday essentials, including FR clothing, power tools, and even embroidery and screen printing. You can find most everything at the Country Store. There's always a friendly face willing to help you find what you need at the Country Store. Jared and Brenda invite you to visit them on Main Street in Powers Lake. The Country Store has been in business for almost 50 years. If they don't have it, you probably don't need it. Give us a call at 701-464-5434 today.
This Game Day Media broadcast is brought to you by
Dr. Cammie Wehrman has been serving the Crosby area with entire family chiropractic care for 20 years, specializing in back and neck pain, headaches, and sports injuries. We also carry a full line of Nutridyne supplements. To schedule an appointment today, call 701-965-3222. This Game Day Media broadcast is brought to you in part by
Brandy Larson Insurance of Stanley offers home, auto, business, and farm insurance. For a quote, call 701-628-1414. Your local Farmers Union insurance agent. Located in Tioga, North Dakota, Wham LLC and Dry Fork Supply are companies that specialize in gas flow measurement and equipment, along with a fully stocked oil-filled parts and supply warehouse in the Bakken. Give them a call at 701-664-9425 or stop by today.
In a world where every dollar counts, we believe in empowering you to do more with your money. At the Bank of Tioga, we help ignite prosperity for you and the communities we serve. Whether you're a family looking for personal financial solutions, a business seeking growth, or an agricultural entrepreneur with big dreams, we have the products and services to help you achieve your goals. Experience the power of partnership and visit your nearest location or explore our online services today. We ignite prosperity at the Bank of Tioga, member FDIC.
Looking for top quality groceries and ready to go meals? Visit The Depot, owned by Julie and Josh Bummer in Crosby, North Dakota. This specialty grocery store offers a wide selection of premium meats, including 100% ranch-sourced beef from the Nelson Livestock Company, essential grocery items, and delicious pre-made meals perfect for any occasion. If you're planning family dinner, need something fast, or need a special order for an upcoming event, The Depot has you covered. Support local and shop The Depot in Crosby today. Find us on Facebook at The Depot LLC.
And as we come back, gives us a chance to thank some of our live read sponsors here tonight, including the Faith Baptist Church located up in Kenmare, North Dakota. Pastor Mike Fraunfelter invites you to Sunday school at 9:45 each Sunday, followed by worship service at 11 o'clock. That's the Faith Baptist Church with Pastor Mike Fraunfelter in Kenmare, North Dakota. Also want to thank the Powers Lake Athletic Booster Club, strong supporters of the Ray Powers Lake Outlaws and the Powers Lake Brook Central Ranchers, doing everything down there in Powers Lake. They're up 24-18 over West Oak Newburgh at the end of the first half over at the barn in Powers Lake this evening. And also want to thank the Tioga Pirates Booster Club, supporting the Pirates, the Williams County Firestorm, and the Northwest Stars gymnastics program. That's the Tioga Pirates Athletic Booster Program as we're underway with the start of our second half with our Northwest Therapy Services opener in the second half. It is a turnover against the Killdeer Cowboys, turnover number 10 against the Cowboys, as the Blue Jays can tie it up, possibly take the lead if they can drop a big one. 24-22 as we're just underway here in the second half. The team Goes right side to Bomback. Now down low to Royce, and Royce over her head. Can't control the entry pass. Another turnover. Turnover number 10 against the Blue Jays. The Cowboys push the ball over to Walker. Walker with the dribble drive. Goes out to Harderson. Puts up the shot. That's no good. There's Smith with the offensive putback. And the Cowboys take the lead by 4, 26-22. Now here is Royce getting the loose basketball. Finds C.J. Bomback, and Bomback short on the three-point effort. Rebound taken down by the Cowboys. And here comes Harderson. Left side to Walker. McKellen goes out on top to Taylor Anderson. Anderson now goes over to Brooke Pajorley. Back out to Walker from the top of the key. 3. McKellen Walker with a three-pointer. Her third three-pointer of the evening, and it's a 7-point lead as the Blue Jays looking for their first point of the second half. Goes inside, and Nematello puts up the shot. It comes away empty. Smith there for the rebound. Smith goes right side to Pajorley. Now back out to Harderson. Pulls the trigger from 3. That one is no good. Cowboys can't control the offensive rebound and goes out of bounds. Last touch by Killdeer. Welcome in to our listeners down in Killdeer area. Glad you've joined us here on Game Day Media. We appreciate it. If you'd give us a thumbs up every once in a while, we'd appreciate that. You can find us on our YouTube channel at Game Day Media ND. You can also find us on our Facebook page. There's Taylor Nematello. Taya Nematello with a three-pointer. First one for the Blue Jays. You can find us on Facebook at Game Day Media. Subscribe at no cost. There's no cost to subscribe to Game Day Media channel. As Harderson answers with another three-pointer. Things starting to heat up here as teams trading three-pointers from the Tioga Ace Hardware three-point line. 32-25, here's Nematello. Nematello drives, puts up the shot. That's no good, underhand scoop shot. .505 to go. As there's a 10-second violation. 10-second violation called against the Cowboys. 32-25. 5:03 to go as the ball goes into the backcourt. C.J. Bomback brings it into the front court from the free throw line. Looks to pass it. Does to Datine. Datine drives in, puts up the left-handed shot from the paint. Good for 2. Harley Datine with her first bucket of the night. 32-27. Harderson, right side pass to Pajorley. Pulls the trigger from 3, comes up short. Bomback there for the rebound for the Blue Jays. Pass over to Brindley Larson off the glass, too hard. Just didn't get herself under control. Now here's a turnover by the Cowboys. Up to Larson. Larson with the dribble. Puts up the shot. We're going to have a shooting foul called against the Cowboys. Foul goes against number 3, Brooke Pajorley. That's her first foul of the night. And it'll be Brindley Larson, excuse me. The southpaw from the free throw line puts up the shot, doesn't get the roll. She's in the act of shooting. She'll get another one from the Souris Valley Dental Group charity stripe. Try to cut this 5-point lead down to 4 if she can convert. 32-27, she does. Brindley 1 out of 2 from the free throw line. First 2 free throws of the night for the Blue Jays. The lead is 4 for the Cowboys, 32-28. As Howling Wolf goes in with the drive, gets blocked there, and loses a handle on it. Royce comes up with the ball. As the team will come into the front court. Harley with another drive, comes up empty. Had a good look, just didn't convert. Now here's the ball turned over. Goes into the hands of Brindley Larson. She can't convert it either. Cowboys have the basketball. Entry pass tries to go into Smith. Morgan with the dribble goes out to McKellen. Walker gives it up to Smith again. Walker in the paint, kick out to Harderson, and Harderson puts it down for another three-pointer, and we have a timeout on the floor. St. Luke's Medical Center timeout. 3:29 to go. The Cowboys lead by 7, 35-28. You're watching Game Day Media.
This Game Day Media broadcast is brought to you by
Lindsay Grocery is a locally owned and operated business in Crosby, North Dakota. We are committed to serving our community and region. With fresh baked goods, produce, and our in-house smoked meats, we've got you covered. Come experience the convenience and warmth of shopping local again. Tioga Drug and Soda Shop, located at 106 North Main Street in Tioga. Visit tiogadrug.com.
Hey, buddy.
Hi, Dad.
Can you hang out with Grandpa for a bit? I'm down in the barn.
Sounds good.
Okay, I'll be up there in a bit.
RTC Networks capture cameras. Keep an eye on what you care about.
As we come out of the St. Luke's Medical Center timeout, 35-28 with 3:25 to go here in the third quarter. Blue Jays walk the ball into the front court. Here's a screen by Royce. Pick and roll. Royce off the glass for two. Perfect execution by Stanley on the pick and roll, screen and roll. And now here's the ball. A turnover in the backcourt by the Cowboys. Their sixth of the quarter, according to my unofficial scorebook. 15 turnovers on the night so far against the Killdeer Cowboys, as the Blue Jays try to cut into this 5-point lead for the Cowboys, trailing 35-30. Down low to Royce. Royce puts up the shot. Good. Annie Royce puts it down for two more, and it's a 3-point lead for the Cowboys as this backcourt pressure. Definitely a cause for concern for the Cowboys. Again, we want to welcome in our listeners on KTGO 1090 AM and 92.7 FM. And there's a block by Harley Deteen, picked up there by C.J. Bomback, and the Blue Jays are running. Here's C.J. with the shot. That's no good. Kind of got out a little bit out of control there for Stanley. 35-32 as Pajorli comes into the front court. Goes on the left side. They go entry pass to McKellen. Walker, and Walker with the left-hand glass. Puts it down for two more. She's got 5 in the quarter, 14 in the game for McKellen Walker. Annie Royce. Royce trying to heat up here. She's got 3 buckets in a row for Stanley. Back to a 3-point lead for the Cowboys. Pajorli got numbers. Here is Smith. Smith rings the bell from about 10 feet out. 39-34 with under 2 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Oh, there's a bad pass. Turnover by the Blue Jays. Their second of the quarter. Taylor Anderson gives the ball up to Pajorli. Pajorli now at the top of the key around the rim. On they go. Here's Smith going over to Pajorli. Pajorli drives off the glass with a scoop shot. No good. Missed opportunity there for Killdeer. Up front, here's Nematello. Nematello loses the handle on it. Turnover number 3 of the quarter for the Stanley Blue Jays. And now here's another turnover by Killdeer. 39-34. Bomback pulls the trigger from 3. This time finds the range. C.J. Bomback with a 3-pointer. Cuts the lead down to 2 as the ball goes off the hands of the Stanley Blue Jays right in front of the Stanley Blue Jays boys basketball team over there. The cheering section leading the way here tonight for the student section. 39-37. Cowboys with the basketball. Howling Wolf gets her pockets picked. And here is Royce. And then the Blue Jays turn it right back over to the Cowboys. And then there's going to be a foul that's going to be called against C.J. Bombach. That's her third personal foul. First team foul here in the third quarter against the Stanley Blue Jays. 41.7 seconds to go in the quarter. It's been a good game here in this opening session of our winter season on Game Day Media. Glad you've joined us here tonight. And now we're going to have another foul. This time it's going to go on the illegal pick by number 10, Abby Harderson, her first personal foul. So with 36.7 seconds to go, the Blue Jays in a position to be able to tie the game up, possibly take the lead with a big one from the three-point line. About a second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's the team putting the ball up, and as she does, she's going to go to the free throw line to shoot two. As they whistle the foul against number 5, Kaylee Anderson, her second personal. And it'll be Harley Deteen going to the Souris Valley Dental Group charity stripe to shoot two. First one's up high off the back iron, no good. Tylee Johnson and Taya Nimatella will check in for the Blue Jays with 20.6 seconds to go. As Deteen, one of 3 seniors on the team for the Blue Jays, gets the second one to fall. Hit that back iron block, bounce straight forward and through. It's a 1-point lead for the Cowboys. 12 seconds to go. Inside to Walker. Walker blocked. Nesset with the jump ball. And this time the possession arrow goes to the Stanley Blue Jays. 5 seconds. Taya Nimatella goes into Nesset. Nesset tries to get it into Larson as the buzzer stops. Good game. Call up your friends and family. Tell them to tune in to Game Day Media. 39-38. The Cowboys with the lead over the Blue Jays. Back after this timeout.
Imagine working with a team where your well-being is a top priority. At NCC, we champion work-life balance. Our culture ensures you have the time you need for life's important moments. We offer competitive pay that recognizes your hard work. Plus, enjoy comprehensive health insurance that puts your mind at ease. You'll also receive generous paid time off. And think future forward with our retirement contributions, securing your financial peace of mind. Join a team that values you. Work somewhere great and thrive. Don't wait for opportunity to knock. Open the door. Apply today at NCC. Visit nccray.com/careers.
Based in Williston, North Dakota, Busy Bees Hot Oil Incorporated is a veteran-owned and managed company. Busy Bees services include water hauling, hot oil services, cap string flushes, and much more. Busy Bees will approach any job, no matter how large or small, with 100% safety and commitment. We pride ourselves on giving back to the community that has given so much to us. Looking for the perfect career? Consider Busy Bees Hot Oil Incorporated. Find them at busybeeshotoilinc.com or give them a call at 701-572-9303 today.
As we begin our Northwest Therapy Services fourth quarter, start of our fourth quarter, McKellen Walker will go to the charity stripe as a foul whistled against number 2, Lexi Nesset, her third foul of the night. So McKellen, a junior, puts the first one up from the Souris Valley Dental Group free throw line. 15 points now for the junior for Killdeer. Second one is away and perfect. Hits the bottom of the net. 3 out of 4 from the charity stripe for McKellen Walker, and it's a 3-point lead for the Cowboys. Now it's a 2-point lead as Taya Nimatella kisses it off the glass right side. 41-40, a 1-point lead. Good game here. Here's Pajorley going over to Smith from the left side wing, no good. And the rebound comes away to the Blue Jays. Here is Taya Nimatella putting it down again. And just like that, the Blue Jays take the lead by 1, 42-41. Kaylee Anderson comes into the front court, goes inside to Walker. Walker with a nifty little move off the glass left side for 2 more. 43-42 as the Cowboys take the lead again by 1. Here's a turnover for the Blue Jays. Big turnover. As Walker with the drive. Pajorli goes to the top of the key to Harderson. Now over to Smith. Smith tries to go inside, throws it away. Turnover against the Cowboys. Here's Tylee Johnson. Johnson run down from behind and then gets whistled for the travel. 43-42 is a couple subs coming in for the Blue Jays. That is Peyton Leisted, as well as Harley Deteen coming back in for the Stanley Blue Jays. Ball inbounded to Bajorli. Harderson, the senior, comes into the front court for the Cowboys. 6:20 to go here in the contest. And we have a timeout on the floor. We'll take one as well. Good game here. Cowboys 43, the Blue Jays 42. We'll step aside. Come back after this quick timeout.
Sund Manufacturing is hiring exceptional welders, carpenters, assembly technicians, and coating technicians. If you're right for Sund, Sund is right for you. Since 1939, we've been making quality equipment and parts for the oil field and beyond. We're world-class, family-owned, and all-American. And as our business grows, we need to grow our team in Newburgh, North Dakota. Sund Manufacturing offers great pay, great benefits, and a great community to raise a family. Apply today.
3:42 as we come out of the St. Luke's Medical Center timeout. The Cowboys from Killdeer out of Region 4 with a 1-point lead here tonight. As we look at our YouTube channel, you can find us on GameDay Media ND. Subscribe at no cost. We're north of 2,000 subscribers right now. Make sure you subscribe, and you can find us on Facebook as well at GameDay Media, where we post several different things throughout each week, including our Brad Johnson Insurance Player of the Game. Who will that be here tonight? As Deteen puts up the shot, no good. Rebound by Leisted. Leisted tries to get the ball out, and then we're going to have a timeout. Good timeout called by head coach Heath Hzel. We'll step aside, come back. 5:43 to go. 1-point lead for the Cowboys.
Growing family? The City of Ray has shovel-ready lots available, 12,000 to 20,000 square feet. The lots are free of any special assessments. Right on Highway 2, we offer convenient travel and connections, as well as access to our amazing education system. Your family's future is important to us. Let us help you with that first big step. Contact Rhonda at 701-568-2204 or stop by City Hall at 101 Main Street in Ray. Think of Ray when planning your future. Invest in a community that invests in you.
As we come again out of the St. Luke's Medical Center timeout. Coach Heath Hzel called a timeout before his players lost the basketball. Good timeout by the Blue Jays. Deteen looking inside, now goes outside, top of the key to Nematello. Inside entry pass to Larson. Then we're going to have a foul from behind on a push. It's going to go against number 11, I believe. Number 11, McKellen Walker with her second personal foul. First team foul here in the fourth quarter. And now here is Royce, just about losing it. Kept alive. Good play there by Nematello. Good heads-up play by Taya. Just before she went over and back. Here's Deteen going inside to Larson. Larson gonna have to pay rent pretty soon. She's been in there a long time, and she gets called for the 3-second violation. 43-42. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Nematello and the Blue Jays. It'll stay with the Cowboys. 5:10 to go. NCC scoreboard. It's the Cowboys 43, the Blue Jays 42. Now here's a steal by Niematello, and then it's swatted out of bounds by the Cowboys. So it stays with the Blue Jays as Harley Deteen will trigger the inbounds pass on the left side of the basket. They go inside to Royce. Royce with a wide open look, too hard. Off the glass is a rebound pulled down by Smith, and then we'll have a foul called against Stanley. That foul is going to be whistled against number 3, Harley Deteen. That is her 3rd personal foul. Non-shooting foul, so it's the Cowboys with the basketball in the backcourt against heavy pressure put there by the Blue Jays as Anderson comes into the front court. And ball almost stolen away, but the ball goes out of bounds, last touched by the Blue Jays. 4:49 to go here in the fourth quarter. 1-point game. The Cowboys up by 1. Here's Pajorli. Taylor Anderson goes to Harderson, and Harderson with a 2-point field goal. She had her foot on the line. 10 points now for the senior, as it's Taya Niematello again with her 6th point of the quarter. 15 points on the game for the freshman for Stanley. Now we have a reaching foul called against the Blue Jays. Taya Niematello, her 2nd personal foul. That's a 3rd team foul call against the Blue Jays here in the fourth quarter. Good effort there by C.J. Bomback, but the ball lands in the hands of the Cowboys again. Harderson gives the ball up to Walker. Heavy pressure put on there. And now the ball goes off the head of McKellen Walker. And that is another turnover. It's another turnover for the Cowboys. 20 on the night, according to my unofficial books. Royce pulls the trigger from 3. No good. Ball lands in the hands of Deteen. Now back out to Niematello. Puts up the shot. That's no good. But as she does, she's going to go to the Service Valley Dental Group charity stripe on the foul committed against Brooke Pajorli on the shot. Chance for the Blue Jays to tie it up, possibly take the lead if convert both of them. Be a shooting foul for the Blue Jays. Taya Niematello, the freshman, calmly goes up and knocks down the first one. 45-45 on your NCC scoreboard. 3:47 to go from the Service Valley Dental Group free throw line. No good. Offensive rebound there by the Blue Jays. Another chance for Stanley to take the lead. Deteen goes up, puts up the shot, no good. There's Royce with a kick out to Niematello, and then Niematello gets whistled for the travel call. 3:30 to go here in the fourth quarter. Brooke Pajorli. Pressure in the backcourt. Now we're going to have a reaching foul call against Taya Niematello. Her 3rd of the night, 4th of the quarter for the Blue Jays. Into the backcourt, Taylor Anderson retrieves the ball. Now the ball goes swatted out of bounds by the Blue Jays. 3:20 to go. It'll be the Cowboys again with the basketball. Entry pass to Smith. Morgan with the dribble. Has her pockets picked. Gets the ball up to Taya Niematello. Over to C.J. Bomback. Pulls a trigger from 3. Good. C.J. Bomback with the bomb. Just like that, the Blue Jays up by 3. Almost carried the ball. Taylor Anderson goes over to Smith. Smith drives the baseline. Blocked from behind as Royce blocks and covers the ball. And we have a timeout called by the Stanley Blue Jays. It'll be a full timeout. 2:49 to go. The Blue Jays with the lead by 3, 48-45. Back after the St. Luke's Medical Center timeout.
At Border Plains Equipment of Stanley, your local Case IH dealer, our vision is to be the respected and recognized leader in agricultural equipment and the employer of choice by helping people succeed. Our mission is to serve agricultural customers and communities by partnering to meet their needs through the sales and support of farm equipment and technology. Visit plainsag.com to check local inventory or stop by at 8141 off Highway 2 in Stanley, your local Case IH dealer.
This Game Day Media broadcast is brought to you in part by
Brandy Larson Insurance of Stanley offers home, auto, business, and farm insurance. For a quote, call 701-628-1414. Your local Farmers Union insurance agent. Located in Tioga, North Dakota, Wham LLC and Dry Fork Supply are companies that specialize in gas flow measurement and equipment, along with a fully stocked oil-filled parts and supply warehouse in the Bakken. Give them a call at 701-664-9425 or stop by today.
Coming out of the St. Luke's Medical Center timeout, 48-45. And there is a quick turnover by the Blue Jays, their 5th of the quarter, 18th of the game. 2.5 minutes to go here in this Division A girls basketball game. McKellen Walker goes into the baseline, and we're going to have a foul called as Walker will go to the Service Valley Dental Group charity stripe on the foul committed against C.J. Bombach, her 4th personal foul. 2:25 to go as McKellen, a junior. Last time there, knocked down both from the charity stripe as she continues with another one. Cuts the lead down to 2, 46. 48-46. Second one is rattles the rim, in and out, no good. Walker with 19 points here tonight so far for the Cowboys. Here's a pass to C.J. Bombach. Can she get the roll? No, but Royce with the rebound. Tatine goes up, puts it off the glass. That is no good as well, and we're going to have a foul called against Stanley. It's going to go against number 22, Brynlee Larson. That's only her first personal foul, as we're now in the bonus with that 5th team foul committed against the Stanley Blue Jays, and from here on out, it'll be 2 shots every time they go to the free throw line for the Killdeer Cowboys as Taylor Anderson toes a stripe, calmly puts down the first one as she goes with her 7th point here tonight. Next one up and rattles in and out, no good. There's Hardison with the rebound, but she can't control it. And we have a timeout on the floor. Short timeout, 48-47. The Blue Jays lead by 1. We'll send it back to the studio for a quick timeout.
While being the largest leaseholder in the Bakken, Continental Resources believes that we are among the most efficient and cost-effective producers of oil and natural gas on the planet. One of the most effective ways of putting action behind our values is by giving to those communities in which we operate. American Energy is a huge contributor of tax revenue to local, state, and federal governments, an economic catalyst, and a job creator. If you want to work in an environment that encourages teamwork and putting your ideas into action, visit CLR.com to start your new career today.
Got a good game here as we come out of the St. Luke's Medical Center timeout. The Blue Jays on their home court, the home of the Blue Jays, with a 1-point lead, 48-47. Want to thank the Tioga Pirates Booster Club for their sponsorship of Game Day Media, supporting the Pirates, the Williams County Firestorm, and the Northwest Gymnastics Stars. 151 remaining. Powers Lake Athletic Booster Club also supporting Game Day Media with sponsorship of Ray Powers Lake Outlaws and the Powers Lake Burke Central Ranchers. And out of the out-of-bounds play, the Stanley Blue Jays throw it away. And head coach Danny Hassik is recognized for the timeout. It'll be a... Let's see what it's going to be. It's going to be a short timeout. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
This Game Day media broadcast is brought to you in part by
Nessa Consulting, located in Tioga, North Dakota. Visit nessaconsulting.com.
Our paths are rarely clear-cut. You may step out of bounds, or even out on your own. No matter what it looks like, your path is personal, and that's what makes it powerful. Brevera Bank, Insurance and Wealth.
As your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative, we wear many hats. We take pride in serving our members and our community by going the extra mile in everything we do.
As we come out of the St. Luke's Medical Center timeout, had to cut that one commercial short as they called a short timeout rather than a long timeout. As we come back, as Royce with the offensive rebound, Nimatello puts up the shot off the glass, no good. There is Larson. Larson with a kick out to Bomback for three. It's too hard. Royce with the rebound. Here's Deteen. Deteen with it. Now gives it back out to Bomback. Top of the key, three attempt. That one is short. CJ Bomback with the offensive rebound again, putting up the shot that's no good. And then we're going to have an offensive foul called against Stanley. I believe that's going to be CJ Bomback, who just fouled out of the game with 5 personal fouls. Her night is over at the 1:08 mark of the contest. She leaves the game with a total of 8 points here tonight. Pretty good game for the senior CJ Bomback of the Stanley Blue Jays. Still a 1-point lead for the Blue Jays as Howling Wolf comes into the front court. 1 minute to play. Entry pass into Walker. Walker with a nice move down low, puts it in for 2 more. Walker having a great second half here this evening. And it's a 1-point lead for the Cowboys, 49-48. Now here's the ball thrown away. And then here is a steal. So consecutive steals. And before anything else happens, it's going to be a timeout called by the Blue Jays. It'll be a full timeout. Back after this word.
At Prairie Home Furnishings of Stanley, featuring some of the best brands in the industry, such as Ashley, Lazy Boy, and Shaw Flooring, we have something for every room in your home. From furniture to flooring, outdoor living, mattresses, and decor, we truly have everything your home deserves. Shop our everyday low prices locally in store Monday through Friday, 9 to 5:30, and Saturdays from 9 to 4, or shop online anytime at shopphf.com. For all things home, be sure to also follow us on Facebook. This Game Day media broadcast is brought to you in part by
Nessa Consulting, located in Tioga, North Dakota. Visit nessaconsulting.com.
Our paths are rarely clear-cut. You may step out of bounds, or even out on your own. No matter what it looks like, your path is personal, and that's what makes it powerful. Brevera Bank, Insurance and Wealth.
Hey, we've got a good game going on here in the Blue Jays, home of the Blue Jays in Stanley. My name's Randy Peterson here on Game Day Media. The Cowboys hold a 1-point lead, 49-48. It'll be Blue Jays basketball out of that St. Luke's Medical Center timeout. Looking to take the lead on this possession as they inbound it to Royce. Royce with the dribble drive, now goes over to Deteen. Nessett gives the ball up to Royce. They go inside to Larson. Larson's got a good look. Can't convert as the rebound is pulled away. And there is Larson going to get tied up. And the possession arrow will stay with the Stanley Blue Jays. Good hustle by Brinley Larson, the freshman. 21 seconds to go. Nimatello, entry pass down. Royce off the glass, puts it down for 2. Royce with 10 points down, and the lead is 1 for the Cowboys. And here's Nimatello, and Nimatello has the ball go off the hands of Howling Wolf on the steal by Nimatello, the freshman, coming up big with 6.8 seconds to go. Can they hold the lead? They're up by 1, 50-49. Entry pass to Larson. Larson into the front court. And with 3.6 seconds to go, it's a foul by the Cowboys. Number 5, Taylor Anderson. But unfortunately, the Blue Jays are going to get it back if you're a Cowboy fan. And there's going to be a foul quickly against McKellen Walker. That's the 4th. And looking to throw the ball deep. There is Deteen. Deteen puts up the shot. That's no good. And we're going to have a foul call against Taylor Anderson. I believe, yes, that's her 4th. It'll be a shooting foul for Harley Deteen. Deteen with 3 points tonight. These 2 free throws, none bigger, as the first one's off the mark. Killdeer is going to probably have to heave it. As Deteen from the Souris Valley Dallin Group free throw line puts up the second one, and that one is no good as Deteen goes over the line. And we're going to have a quick timeout, but we're going to keep it right here as we don't want to miss anything, as we can talk about the Faith Baptist Church located up in Kenmare, North Dakota. Pastor Mike Fraunfelter invites you to Sunday school at 9:45. Worship service each and every Sunday at 11 o'clock. That's the Faith Baptist Church with Pastor Mike Fraunfelter. GameDay Media sponsors up there in Kenmare, North Dakota. NCC scoreboard, the Stanley Blue Jays lead by 1, 50-49. There'll be 0.7 seconds to go as the Blue Jays looking to capture their first win of the season in this opening game. And while we have a break in the action, we have some other scores from around the area. Kenmare Bowbells lost a close one to the South Prairie Max Royals, 53-47 down in Minot. And it was the Mavericks from MLS defeating the Divide County Maroons by 19, 60-41. Close one between Powers Lake Burke Central and the West Oak Newburgh Sioux, 38-34. The Ranchers take the win as the Comets drop a big one to the Tigers, 80-11. Here's a long pass. Ball's heaved. There is a shot that's no good as the buzzer sounds, and the Stanley Blue Jays escape with a 1-point win, 50-49, on a very good game here on the opening game of our winter season here on GameDay Media. We're going to step aside. We're going to tally up some things. We're going to catch up with head coach Heath Hzel, as we also have our Brad Johnson Insurance Player of the Game to be named. So stay tuned as we come back with our D&L Paraffin post-game show.
Hey, Dad, will you check the cows?
Use this instead, Grandpa. The cows look fine, Dad.
In my day, we had to sleep in the barn to check the cows.
Combining tradition and technology, respecting the past while embracing the future. RTC Networks.
The Border Battle High School Basketball Showcase is coming back to the Rough Riders Center in Watford City. And this year, the competition is bigger and badder than ever. Catch over a dozen games with 11 teams from 3 states as they face off in matchups you can't see anywhere else. December 13th and 14th, it's the Border Battle at the Rough Riders Center in Watford City. Find out more at roughriderscenter.com.
At Tioga Ace Hardware, our store is a member of the largest retailer-owned hardware cooperative in the industry. We are all committed to being the helpful place by offering our customers knowledgeable advice, helpful service, and quality products. As the helpful hardware folks in your community, we promise that helping you is the most important thing we have to do today. Shop the biggest brands all under one roof at 119 North Main Street in Tioga, or shop online at acehardware.com. D&L Paraffin Incorporated is a local family-owned hot oil company that has been in operation since 1981. We work hard to develop good business relationships with the oil field companies in the Tioga area. While offering services north of Lake Sakakawea, we focus on integrity, hard work, and safety. For all hot oil services, call dispatch at 701-641-3065 or 701-641-6310. And for hiring information, be sure to follow us on Facebook at DL Paraffin.
Kyle Hansen is proud to be a Thrivent financial professional, providing personalized financial guidance to people of all stages of life. Thrivent believes humanity thrives when individuals make the most of what they've been given, and Kyle is here to help you do just that. Larson Boston Agency, your Farmers Union insurance agents located at 106 Main Street North in Crosby, North Dakota, offer multiple lines of insurance, including crop, farm and ranch, home, auto, commercial, and health insurance. Give Chell or Robbie a call today at 701-965-6335.
Bank of Tioga, with locations in Tioga and Crosby, North Dakota. Come and talk to us about all your financial needs. Whether it's agriculture, business, investments, or personal banking, we have the right product for you. Call our Tioga Bank at 701-664-3388 or our Crosby Bank at 701-965-6333 to discuss your needs with us. Ignite prosperity at the Bank of Tioga. This Game Day Media broadcast is brought to you by
Hungry? Head to the Food Barn in Powers Lake. Open Monday through Saturday with daily lunch specials, a full breakfast menu, and don't miss Taco Tuesday on the last Tuesday of every month. Try Michael's Alfredo Pasta. It's a local favorite. Come on down to the Food Barn where good food meets great company. Big Memo Laser of Kenmare, North Dakota offers custom and personalized laser engraving for any occasion and on any surface. No order is too small. Visit us on Facebook, Instagram, and Etsy. That's Big Memo Laser of Kenmare, North Dakota. Looking for top quality groceries and ready to go meals? Visit The Depot, owned by Julie and Josh Bummer in Crosby, North Dakota. This specialty grocery store offers a wide selection of premium meats, including 100% ranch-sourced beef from the Nelson Livestock Company, essential grocery items, and delicious pre-made meals perfect for any occasion. If you're planning family dinner, need something fast, or need a special order for an upcoming event, The Depot has you covered. Support local and shop The Depot in Crosby today. Find us on Facebook at The Depot LLC.
Based in Crosby, North Dakota, St. Luke's Medical Center's mission is to provide comprehensive and compassionate health care for individuals and families in cooperation with the area medical community. Our vision is to be recognized as a community leader by delivering quality health care through a team of dedicated professionals in a friendly, compassionate, and growing environment. Recently named one of the top 20 critical access hospitals in the country means our community can count on us to deliver services they need now and in the future. To schedule an appointment, call 701-965-6349.
Hey, and as we come back to our DNL Paraffin postgame show, I've been able to catch up with the very happy head coach, Heath Hzel of the Stanley Blue Jays, and what a way to start the season, Heath.
Randy, that was a fun game. I told the girls we were down by 2 at halftime. We were down by 1 at the end of the third quarter, and I told the girls, I said, all we need is 2 points. We got to win this quarter by 2 points, and by golly, we did it. They fought through, and we fought from a lead. We had a deficit almost the whole game, and the girls played well from behind.
Yeah, and I know you guys play very young. You know, you have a few seniors that are contributing, but your youth showed up tonight in a big way. You know, Brindley Larson, a freshman, the southpaw, had a big first half, kind of got shut down a little bit in the second half, but then Nematello, another freshman, Taya, come up big for the Stanley Blue Jays tonight.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome when you can have a tandem of 2 freshmen like that, and then you throw in our sophomore Annie Royce at 6 foot. She did a pretty bang-up job, especially defensively. She gets a hand on a lot of balls. You know, our senior Harley, yeah, she's just a hustler out there and on defense. And so, yeah, hats off to the girls. They wanted it tonight.
Well, you could tell that they wanted it. You know, the wins were kind of scarce last year. You got your first one. You only had 4 last year. There's a lot of good things in store for the Stanley Blue Jays, it appears.
there sure is. You know, we got 20 games left in the regular season, and we already got 25% of our wins in last year. So, you know, we're looking forward to some good things this year. And these girls, yeah, you know, talk about our youthfulness and how it showed up in a big way. But it also kind of was a negative thing in the beginning where we went, I think, 6 minutes in the first quarter without scoring. You know, we just had a little, you know, maybe a little bit of nerves out there and such. And so that kind of hurt us. I told the girls, I said, we can't go games without scoring for 6 minutes in the first quarter. So hope we'll clean that up and we'll be all right.
Well, you guys had a good game. Congratulations, Coach. We'll let you get back to your team. As you celebrate, we'll bring in our Brad Johnson Insurance Player of the Game after this quick timeout.
Located in Crosby, North Dakota, Brad Johnson Insurance has been helping clients find insurance coverage since 1986. Our team is passionate about serving the community in which we live and pride ourselves on getting to know our clients to best serve their needs. Our staff is active in the public and strives to better our community through participation, involvement, and by supporting area events and youth programs. For a quote, visit bradjohnsoninsurance.com or call 701-965-4200 today.
As we come back and continue on with our DNL Paraffin postgame show, I've been able to catch up with our Brad Johnson Insurance Player of the Game. That is Taya Niematello, a 5'7" freshman for the Stanley Blue Jays. And Taya, that's quite a way to start the season, isn't it? Pretty good game, right?
Yeah, I'm happy with it. It's a way better start than we got last year.
Like Coach was saying, you only had 4 wins last year. You got 25% of the underway right now with this first win of the season, and that's a pretty good way to start out with a 1-point victory. It showed a little bit of grit tonight with your Stanley Blue Jays, didn't it?
Yeah, I'm excited for this season. It feels like we have a lot more effort and just total excitement for the game.
Well, this is our Brad Johnson Insurance Player of the Game. She's a good one. 16 points tonight. Taya Niematello of the Stanley Blue Jays. Congratulations, Taya. Good game and best wishes down the road.
Thank you.
This is Taya Niematello, our Brad Johnson Insurance Player of the Game. We'll step aside. We'll finish up with our DNL Paraffin postgame show after this timeout.
Tioga Medical Center has been providing quality health care to Northwest North Dakota patients. With a newly built clinic in Tioga, where primary care providers along with visiting specialists are caring for patients every day. Primary care clinics in Ray and Powers Lake also. Call for an appointment today at 701-664-3368. Tioga Medical Center. Great staff making a difference in the lives of patients every day.
This Game Day Media broadcast is brought to you by
Lindsay Grocery is a locally owned and operated business in Crosby, North Dakota. We are committed to serving our community and region. With fresh baked goods, produce, and our in-house smoked meats, we've got you covered. Come experience the convenience and warmth of shopping local again. Tioga Drug and Soda Shop, located at 106 North Main Street in Tioga. Visit tiogadrug.com.
At Souris Valley Dental Group, we've been using modern treatment techniques and products to help families smile since 1968. Voted as the #1 dentist in Minot, our team of expert dentists combine their unique areas of expertise and their experiences to create treatment plans that help each individual patient meet their goals. Contact our dental office at 701-419-8900 or visit sourisvalleydental.com to schedule an appointment today. You can count on us to keep your family grinning from ear to ear for many years to come.
At Haugland Insurance Services, we are passionate about protecting farmers and ranchers. With extensive agricultural knowledge, we have the tools to protect your profit and minimize risk. Whether it's crop and livestock insurance or farm property and liability, we protect your hard-earned assets. We can also assist with farm transitions, commercial insurance, life, health, and disability coverage. You work hard to feed our world, and we work tirelessly to protect what you've grown and built. Call us at 701-965-4066 or visit us online at HauglandInsuranceServices.com.
This Game Day Media broadcast is brought to you by
Established in 1938, Ray Farmers Union Elevator is now your full-service grain and agronomy service facility in Northwest North Dakota. Based in Ray, North Dakota, we can assist you with everything from buying the seed in the spring to burn down in the fall. Get more done in a day with Ray Farmers Union Elevator.
Roustabout Service and Insulating, servicing the oil and gas industry since 1963.
And as we finish up with our DNL Paraffin post-game show, As we look at the numbers here tonight, it was the Stanley Blue Jays completing the comeback with a 1-point victory, 50-49 against the Killdeer Cowboys in this Division A girls basketball opening game for both teams. Blue Jays were 22 out of 57 from the field, 3 out of 8 from the free throw line. They knocked down 3 3-pointers, committing 20 turnovers in that first half, or this game tonight. On the other side, the Cowboys, 17 out of 36, 9 out of 17 from the free throw line. 6 3-pointers tonight, but 23 turnovers for the Cowboys as well. Individually, we look at the Cowboys, led in scoring. The leading scorer of the game tonight was McKellen Walker with 21 points, 13 points put down by Abby Harderson, 7 points for Taylor Anderson, 6 points for Morgan Smith, 1 point each for Brooke Pajorley and Ophelia Hollingswolf. And as we look at the numbers, the Brad Johnson Insurance Player of the Game, Taya Nematello for the Stanley Blue Jays, with 10 second-half points, 16 total points tonight to lead her Blue Jays to a come-from-behind win. For the Blue Jays, 10 points contributed by Annie Royce, 13 points for Brinley Larson, 8 points for C.J. Bombeck falling out at 1:08 of the fourth quarter. Left the game with 8 points, and 3 points contributed by Harley Deteen for a total of 50 points on the night. 1-point victory, Stanley over the Killdeer Cowboys, 50-49. This Thursday, Game Day Media travels over to Ray, as we will have another girls basketball game in District 5 play. It'll be the Ray Jays hosting the North Shore Plaza Wildcats. We'll go on the air about 6:45 with our pregame show, sponsored by Border Plains Equipment. We'll have our opening tip-off with the Northwest Therapy Services opening tip-off, and we'll be coming to you live from the Kurt Hodden Field Court in Ray, North Dakota. On behalf of all of our sponsors who help make this all possible here on Game Day Media, we couldn't do it without them. Make sure you give them a big thank you. Buy some service, buy some product, and look for a job maybe with some of our sponsors here tonight. My name's Randy Peterson, alongside James Myers and Owen Miller tonight. Once again, your final score as we close up shop tonight with our production here tonight. Stanley 50, the Killdeer Cowboys 49, on a great way to open up our winter season here on Game Day Media. Good night, everybody. Travel safe until Thursday. My name's Randy Peterson. Good night.
Tonight's Game Day Media broadcast was brought to you by NCC, Tioga Medical Center, The Country Store, St. Luke's Medical Center, O'Theone Boutique, Souris Valley Dental Group of Minot, Haugland Insurance Services, D&L Paraffin, Brad Johnson Insurance, Bravera Bank, Continental Resources, Northwest Therapy Services, Nesset Consulting Service, Roustabout Service and Insulating, DA Land LLC, Tioga Ace Hardware, Border Plains Equipment of Stanley, The Bank of Tioga, Tioga Parts Supply, Tegan's Interiors, Tioga Drug and Soda Shop, Prairie Home Furnishings, Farmers Union Insurance, Larson Vossen Agency, Montreal County Health Center, Brandy Larson Insurance Agency, Kyle Hansen, Financial Advisor, Border Mobile Grain Cleaning, Wham LLC and Dry Fork Supply, Liberty State Bank of Powers Lake, Crosby Chiropractic, the City of Ray, Lindsay Grocery, Northern Charm Boutique, Montreal Williams Electric Cooperative, Burke Divide Electric Cooperative, Mirex Petroleum Corporation, Powers Lake Athletic Booster Club, Faith Baptist Church of Kenmare, Ray Farmers Union Elevator, Gustafson Septic Service Incorporated, Tioga Pirates Booster Club, The Depot LLC, Big Memo Laser, TNT Measurements Incorporated, The Food Barn, Busy Bees Hot Oil Incorporated, Sund Manufacturing, RTC Networks, Flag Family Media.